Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing with you my top 10 most purchased makeup beauty items. These are products that I repurchase over and over and over. And I have the list here. It's taken me a minute to go through my Sephora accounts and my Nordstrom's and my Beautylish accounts just to see which ones I'm buying the most of. So I've narrowed it down to 10. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm excited. So the first product is, and they're in no particular order, by the way, they're just random. These are the products that I purchased the most. So the first product is from Benefit. So this is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This is like my holy grail brow setter. This is the only brow gel that holds my brows, and it is a game changer. It is my absolute favorite. I can't live without this brow setter. This is one of those brow setters that I could never go without. No other product has ever worked like this one. And it is thebomb.com. It's almost like glue, but in the best way possible. So 24-hour brow setter, you guys, the best. Then we have this from NARS. So I'm almost actually out of this one. I need to repurchase it. So this is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I wear it in the shade medium 2 ginger, and this is the product that I use to cancel out all of the redness. And what I like about this is that even though it's a concealer, it works well with all of the eye products that I'm wearing, whether it's matte eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow, or I want to just put it on and set it with powder. It will last all day. So that's what I love about this, is that it takes the smallest amount and it cancels all of the redness out of my eyelids. It makes my eyes kind of woke and opened, and I can't live without this. And I've tried a lot of primers, eyeshadow primers. I've tried the P. Louise eyeshadow base, which is the one that I used for a very long time. But when I think I saw one of Hindash's videos a while back. It's probably been 2 years ago when I started using this. He used this as a concealer on the model, but then he brought it up into the crease, and he was like, this is one of the very few concealers that work really well as an eyelid primer. And he was right. This is a great product. Absolutely love it. It's always dependable, and I always set it. And it takes the smallest amount. It's a very thin, even layer. Fabulous. Then we have the Magic Cream. This Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream is my ride or die. You guys all know it's the product that I use before I put on foundation. There's multiple reasons why I love the Magic Cream. Number one, it lasts me a long time because you don't need very much of it. So even though it's pricey out the gate, it lasts me for months. I think I buy this twice a year. It lasts, the big one. It lasts me a really long time. That's number one. Number two, I love that it melts into the skin and it doesn't set on the skin. So I think that's the reason why it works so well for me as far as foundation goes, because it's not one of those super emollient based moisturizers that just sets there on the skin and just feels gross. So it goes down into the skin and it really kind of hydrates and plumps, but without being too hydrating at the same time. And then when I go over it with foundation, I feel like the foundation melts into my skin over top of it. I don't mind a good primer, but the Magic Cream is my ride or die holy grail. Now, the nice thing is she's made them refillable. So all you have to do is just pop this piece out and you can buy that without having to buy the entire jar, which I'm really glad that she started doing this. Now, I don't use it as far as skincare goes, so I don't use it at night, but I use it as a skin preparation to put makeup on, and it's just a ride or die of mine, and I love it. Of course, we can't forget the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. This is a ride or die. You guys know that. I mean, I don't think I could create this video without putting this in there. Now, I have a hard time flipping this over because I've got a few chunks that are falling out. That's what happens as you continue to use it. I wear this in the shade medium 2. This is my ride or die powder. I don't put it all over the face. I just put it in the center, and it blurs, and it's beautiful. It's the best. Then, speaking of ride or die powders, of course I had to talk about the Hourglass. This is fantastic. And this also lasts me a really long time. So I buy these twice a year. It's fantastic. It's one of the best translucent setting powders. It's not too drying and it's not too matte, right? So for those that's super dry skin friendly, because it doesn't make you look really matte. The packaging, you guys. So the powder itself is fabulous. but it's the packaging. The packaging is genius because I never waste this powder. When I use other setting powders, I have powder on the desk, I have powder all over the powder is just a mess. This never gets wasted. I never waste this. And that's what I love about it. The packaging is genius. All you do is you tap it like this. You just hit the back of it like 2 or 3 times. And then when you tip it over, you have enough powder to do what you need to do with it. No other powder has come close to this, and I've tested a lot of powders. None of them comes close. All right, let's talk about my naked lashes. I have them on all different styles because I'm that kind of girl. So I love the 421s, I love the 423s, I love the 420s. They're great. Naked lashes are fabulous, and I have them on backup at all times because they're my favorite. They're not too overwhelming for the eye. They're not too much. They're really natural looking, really dependable, and I wear them for multiple days before I have to get a new pair, and they're affordable and they're great. So these I'm constantly repurchasing, and I buy these on Amazon most of the time. The next product is this Chantecaille mascara. I'm obsessed with the Chantecaille mascara. This fluffs my lashes, and it's budge proof, it's expensive. Chantecaille, it's like $70. I always try to get it on sale because it's expensive, but I don't mind paying the price for it because I love it that much. It's one of those bougie ass products that's worth every penny, right? It's one of those mascaras. There's a lot of bougie products out there, but not all of them are worth it. This one, in my opinion, is worth it. They say that there's products in here that helps strengthen your lashes while you're wearing the mascara. So it does have that property to it, but I just love the mascara overall. I love the way it fluffs my lashes. I love the way it makes my lashes look. It gives them fluff and length and like fullness, but it stays put and it's budge proof. No other mascara has come close to I don't know why it's clinking. It just started that recently in the lid. You can hear it. I think it's something separated from the lid. I don't know, but so it kind of sounds weird when I'm holding it, but I don't care. I need to buy a new one. I need a new one, but one of my absolute go-to favorite mascaras of all time. And I've tried so many mascaras, and this is and I repurchase it about every 3 or 4 months. So there you go. The next 3 products I don't have here with me, but I'm going to put a picture up here. So the first product is this one from One Size. It is the Go Off, like the makeup off. And I love it. So I used to use a cleansing balm, like the Clinique Take the Day Off. I used to love that. I used to use that all the time, but I hated sticking my fingers because it would get like underneath my nails and it made a freaking mess. And I hated using that. So when One Size launched their brand, Patrick Starr launched this cleansing like makeup oil. It's kind of like this spray makeup off stuff. And I was like, ooh, that's interesting. I love it. Absolutely love it. I spray it on my face like this, and I let the oils kind of break up the makeup, and then I go in and just start cleansing. It is fabulous. It is one of my favorites. I repurchase it it lasts a long time. I think I repurchase it about every 3 or 4 months, but it is good. It's one of my favorites, and I'm a ride or die fan of it. The next product is these Good Molecule eye patches. I cannot live without my Good Molecule eye patches, especially as I'm getting older. I really love that hydration under my eyes, and I will keep them on my eyes for an hour. I mean, sometimes they're like so dry that I just like peel them off. I'm like, okay, they're completely dry. I leave them on for so long, but I do keep them in my skincare fridge. And so when I put them on, they're really cold and they lay on my eye, and I feel like they depuff. And they just make such a difference, and I'm obsessed with them. And I actually ran out, and so I doubled up and bought a bunch during the Beautylish gift card event, but they are fabulous. They're something, I repurchase those all the time. Because one jar of them lasts me 30 days, and I definitely go through one of them a month. I use them every day, every single day. In fact, what I do in the morning, my routine is I'll get up, wash my face, brush my teeth, put my skincare on, and then I'll put the eye patches on, and then I'll do my hair, and then I'll get dressed, and then I'll come down to do my makeup in my beauty room, and then I take the eye patches off. So they're on there for a very, very long time. Love my Good Molecule eye patches. They are perfect. Number 10 on the list is the Beauty Blender Solid. That is the product that I personally use to clean my brushes. And it seems like I replace that about 2 or 3 times a year, the cleansing solid. And I always buy it on sale when the Sephora sale happens. That's when I always pick it up. It's one of those products that I always put in the cart because I know when the sale comes up that I'm gonna pick it up and then I'll have one in backup or whatever. But love the cleansing solid from Beauty Blender. And I was introduced to it through Mel. She created a video one time. Actually, no, little quick story about Mel. So I love talking about Mel. I hope that we never lose her memory and the gift that she was to our community. So I hope we can all continue to talk about her. Even though it's hard, but it is reality. And I never want her memory to die because she is such an important part of this beauty community. So I remember we were on Marco. And I jumped on and I said, hey, I have a question for you. What do you use to wash your natural haired brushes? It was right when I was starting to buy, Sonia G and Wayne Goss and all of that. And I was like, how do I clean these brushes? And so she told me, and she goes, you know what? That's actually a really good idea. I'm going to film a video. And I was like, because I know there's probably so many people out there like me that don't know what they're doing when it comes to buying all these natural haired brushes. I need to know how to clean them and what to use so I don't ruin them, because I told her I was using this product. I can't remember what it's called. I put a picture of it right up here. And she was like, that'll destroy your natural hair brushes. Do not use that. Do not use that. And so she's like, you know what? I need to film a video. And so she did. And I love it. So I will link that video in the description box down below. But I remember a couple months later, I was talking back and forth with Sonia G on Instagram. I love her. She's the sweetest. And I told her that I was using the Beauty Blender based on Mel's recommendation. She's like, that is a great product. It's really gentle on those hair bristles. And, that she approved of it. So I was really happy about that. But, yeah, I will link that video if you guys are interested, but I love the Beauty Blender Solid. Now, Mel also recommended in that video that you could also use sensitive soap from Dove, like a bar of soap, the sensitive one from Dove. And I have that one that I use on backup, but I feel like my brushes look better and perform better when I use the Beauty Blender over the Dove soap. So I feel like the Dove soap is when you're on a good budget and you really need to calm it down, kind of tighten things up. That one is a good one to do because we all have those days. We all have those years or months that you got to tighten up. Things are a little bit crazy and things are crazy right now. So the Dove Solid, the Dove soap, the sensitive is good, and the Beauty Blender. So that's on my list. Those are my top 10 most purchased makeup beauty items. Sound off down below. Let us know, what is your number 1 product that you buy over and over and over to replace? I'm so curious to hear your thoughts. So share with us in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you. Bye.